Good morning. How are you? I hope you're doing well. I've got some good news and I have some bad news. What do you want first? I'm going to give you the bad news so that way we can end on a high note with the good news. So I think I had touched on this a little bit in some of my previous videos. I was feeling like a little disappointed, I guess, with my kind of quote unquote lack of progress. I kind of wanted to chat about it. I've been watching too many Canadian YouTubers. I don't know, I just thought this is kind of the point, like it can't all be sunshine and roses. Like I should probably talk about maybe things that aren't working or that I'm not necessarily happy with. And this is one of those moments. If you don't know, I lost, I think it was like a little over 9 inches or something. And while that's great, it's not necessarily what I want to do right now. Because the whole point of what I want is to drop weight. And right now I'm at 206, and I've been at 206, I feel like for like ever. I feel heavy, you know what I mean? And I don't want to be fat anymore because it hurts. It's hurting me. When I wake up in the morning and I step out of bed and all my bones crack, I can't take a shower without getting out of breath, things like that. And right now, what's most important to me and my goals is dropping more weight. I just don't feel good, you know what I mean? So I had to really sit down with myself and be honest, right? So my foot's falling asleep. See, have terrible circulation. Add that to the list of things that I dislike, because if I even slightly lean over my knees, all the blood flow to my legs is gone. So I had to sit down and be really honest with myself. I kind of struggle sometimes being vulnerable with my support system. And I know that doesn't make sense. It's like literally what a support system is. But the thing is, in my network of friends and family, like the people who are important to me, I am the Rock, not to be confused with Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. Although I wish, dude, he's ripped. I don't know, I feel like sometimes it's a little hard for me to come to them because they just come to me with some very like deep issues, like deep problems. And like, I feel a lot of the time when they're going through really high stress situations or really life-changing situations or things like that, it's difficult for me to kind of come to them and be like, I'm not losing weight and I'm upset. You know what I mean? And I know that's like not how it works. And I know that they love me and they care about me and they want to hear about my problems too. But sometimes when we're in that situation, it's difficult for me to do that, and I don't know, I can work on that a different time. That's not the point. I'm just giving you some backstory. But sometimes when I do feel like that, I have a method that I use and it works for me. And that is basically writing it down. Here you go. You can see that. There's usually like a very specific question I have in mind that kind of starts everything, right? In this case, it was, why am I not getting the results I expect? I'll write the question and then I'll try to put myself in that position as if a friend was telling this to me. Like if a friend of mine came to me and told me, Emily, this is what I'm feeling. What should I do? Like, how would I respond to them? And so basically I keep going and going and going, so on and so forth, until I get to what I feel like is the root of the problem. I won't bore you with everything that I wrote in here, and I'll just cut to the chase. So this was my conclusion. I don't trust me to show up for me. I don't want to let myself down, and so it's scary to try and fail. So I stay in my comfortable shell because it's what I expect of myself and is the status quo. Well, the good news is now that we've identified what the issue is, now we can kind of work on how to fix that, or basically how to go about this now, I guess. If you picked up on this, in my previous videos, I said a lot of these kind of phrases like, I gotta give myself grace. I gotta not be so strict or militant on myself or blah, 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 whatever. No, girl, actually, I'm kind of thinking that might be the problem. Kind of feel like I got myself in this position of being so unhealthy by kind of indulging myself in that way and not being strict on myself. Like, that is the problem. Hello. And I'm sure you know exactly where this is going. I gotta work on my nutrition. I saw a saying somewhere, which I don't know if this is true, correct me if I'm wrong, that like it's 80% diet, 20% working out. Is that true? Because if it is, I'm really messing up. I'm like really, really messing it up. But if I really want change, I have to understand it's going to be uncomfortable. It's going to be uncomfortable. And to be perfectly honest with you, I really feel in my heart of hearts that I wasn't really putting in as much effort as I was trying to give myself credit for. So although it's not like a tough love approach, it is going to be a little bit of a strict love approach. I am going to get together like a basic meal plan of what I want to do. I think I'm going to have to drop the 1960 for a little bit. But yeah, maybe I'll change it back. Like if I'm doing more cardio, maybe I'll need more energy and more fuel. I don't know. I'm going to kind of play that part by ear because I'm not a dietitian. I'm not a nutritionist. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm going to be a little hungry monster. And I have to understand that, yeah, being hungry is uncomfortable, but so is being fat. Hello, I'm back again already. See, I told you, by golly, I am going to be strict with myself, and when I say something, I have to do it right then and there. Okay, I've decided that I'm going to start at a 1,600 calorie intake. And I found this creator. I'll pop her up on the screen here because I can't really pronounce this name and I don't want to say it wrong. But she has this 1 hour weight loss meal prep with 93 grams of protein per day. Super easy. You guys, best news ever. So I just sat down to try and figure out the grocery list. She thinks of everything. She has a blog and she lists out a grocery list to die for. Isn't that wonderful news? But anyway, I'm going to continue to kind of go through this list and kind of figure out what I need and what I don't need. And I'm going to put an order in for today to either be delivered today or tomorrow. I'm not really sure which yet. But yeah, I just need to tell you about like literally every step of the way. Otherwise, I won't do it. Okay. It's all done now. I officially put my order in. It'll be delivered tomorrow so that way you can get the free delivery option and only have to pay for tip. But that's another reason why I like to do my online shopping. It's worth it to me to pay the tip and stuff like that because when I go to the grocery store, I end up kind of like perusing the aisles and getting stuff that is not necessarily good for me, or yeah, I end up just getting a lot of stuff that like looks good in the moment, or I'm like, oh, I know I would like that, put it in the cart, you know? Whereas online, it's succinct. I go straight to what I need and that's it because I like just type it in the little bar, call it a day. So that kind of helps me a little bit. But yeah, so that's coming tomorrow. Since according to her, it takes like about an hour to make. I think what I'll do is I'll make it on my lunch break. My lunch break is at 10:30, so I will do it then and just get it all done in one shot. I hope that's enough time because like I mentioned before when I was making salmon for the first time, I'm kind of like a stressful cook. We'll see. Maybe I'll do a little mise en place before I get everything started and then it'll be fine. No more waiting, no more hesitating, full speed ahead. We're gonna do this. Do I have enough Tupperware? Titanic? Golly. Dear, good Lord. I was so tired from cooking, I forgot to film an outro. Thank you so much for watching and hearing me out. I know it was kind of a longer one. I'm not sure what you prefer, short form, long form, any form, you don't really care. But I really appreciate you watching this video, and I hope to see you back next time. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you later. Bye.
And now the staff and management thank you, the televiewing audience, for the privilege of serving you today with television entertainment and information. Until then, it's good night and good morning.